Let's go forward and we're going to see what our other read has to say today using the She Tarot and the Lenormand deck. And let's just see what it's going to give us this morning. Give these a good ruffle shuffle here real quick. And see what is it going to point to. What are you going to give us this morning? So the first thing out is about clever. Is this being clever in a good way or clever in a toxic way? Let's look and see what it says here. Clever, having wisdom, okay? Being clever, being smart, having wisdom. Now, this could be the wisdom to be able to see what type of, trickery is afoot. But let's go forward and see what else we have. So the next thing out, the energy is about the storylines being presented. When it comes to the blame game, restrictions, putting mental restrictions, the storylines of the blame game, okay? So what's going on today? The man and the crisis that people are feeling now. The cup is overflowing. We're having, just we have here the lightning, the cup's overflowing, a crisis when it comes to Trumpenstein, the stories of the blame game, being smart. Now, I think the stories of the blame game are about the things he's doing with the immigrants and things. That he wants to blame all of this stuff on those coming into this country that are seeking a better life. They're the ones to blame. So we are in a crisis because of the people. So the challenge is about knowledge, the law. And grief, okay? Because he is not upholding the law. Okay? There are a lot of tears. There's a lot of grief because of this thing that he's putting out about being in crisis because of the immigrants. And they're all, a baby that's got cancer that he sent out of the country. Okay? That's causing the crisis in America. He just deported a Cuban woman that was breastfeeding her 1-year-old child. Okay? Deported her. So all of the grief that's being felt now because he is not following the law. And he continues to say we're in crisis. And then yesterday, of course, they had the things at MS-13 that was clearly photoshopped, and he absolutely said, no, it's not photoshopped, it's real, and would not hear a thing. Absolute denial. Now, I don't know whether he doesn't know about Photoshop, whether the people surrounding him said it's real, or if he knows that it's photoshopped and he's just going to continue to put that lie out there to try to make himself right. Okay? But let's look and see what we have. It's about control. Control. Moving forward, about control. wanting to control the actions. Extra information about his craziness, the moon. Moon is also about emotions, can be psychic things bringing in, but it also can be things done by the dark of night. Okay? Inspiration. So in this case, the moon is going more towards, in the toxic, his crazy inspiration of control, moving things forward by getting rid of anybody that disagrees with him in any way, shape, or form. That's his insanity of inspiration. On the positive, though, this could also be about, again, the protests today, being clever, having wisdom, looking at the storylines of blame that continue to be put out by this guy, seeing this man and the crisis he's causing, looking at the law and being really upset because he is not following the law. So we are taking the voyage of controlling and putting out an inspiration, again, of our emotions and the inspiration to move forward, to take him out of power. Okay? So that's it. It's again today, I think, more aspects about protests happening today, about the power struggle, about using wisdom and continuing to protest, continuing to put it out about that, his lies and the things he's doing, and putting this country in a crisis mode. Okay? With the things he's doing, whether it has to do with deporting people or the tariff situation, and any of the drama that he is continuing to put out there. So we want to control this. We want to move this forward and inspiring the things by putting out these messages. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here. It's about continuing to stand up for truth and saying we see what you're doing. Okay? And we're not going to stand for it. We want change. You need to follow the law. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here. Happy Protest Day, and we'll see you online.